my sticks. The mic is live and clear for you and all to hear. Knockem dead. Knockem dead. Comedy show.
We are having so much fun, and we know you're going to love our next guest. His name is Tony Walker, and he is a comedy guy. Comedy cures everything. So.
Absolutely. I had cancer at the age of 32, and I do believe that the laughter and the positive attitude got me through it just as much as the medications did, which led to the comedy troupe that I run called Knockem Dead Comedy. We do dinner theater, murder mysteries, game shows, kid shows. You know, we're not stand-up or anything like that, just comedy shows, variety shows.
You go to restaurants and where else? Like theaters?
Restaurants, private parties, corporate events, fundraisers. Did I say fundraisers?
Fundraisers, firehouses.
The comedy shows, they're murder mysteries, they're audience participation. It's a scripted show because, you know, there's clues and hints that have to go out, but it's not a don't blink or you'll miss something. It's not Agatha Christie. You know,
Right.
it's a comedy, it's lighthearted, but one of the characters does get killed,
Right.
and then the audience has to figure out who did it and why. And if it's a private party or a corporate event, we personalize it to fit, you know, their event.
Now, do you ask the audience for help with the mysteries? Or
Yeah, they solve it.
All by themselves.
Based on what they saw during the show, we even give them a little section where they can interrogate the suspects.
Oh, that's
and,
fun.
You know, so we'll deflect, deny, point fingers at other characters, but everybody makes the rounds throughout the whole room and talks to people.
The show is guaranteed. It's 100% guaranteed fun.
Totally.
Everywhere we go, everybody loves that show.
The audience they just get so involved, and there's just such a part of the show, and that makes it even better.
Other things that you do aside
Yeah,
from
we
mystery.
do game shows.
Oh, the game show, we have a podium with lights and buzzers and sounds, and it's basically
Like
a
a
trivia
Family
game
Feud.
show, or it could
Right.
be, you know, again, we ad-lib with that too, so they may want a trivia game show, but if we show up and they're a loud, boisterous group and they're a lot of fun, we could ask them to do funny physical challenges, or do some karaoke, or whatever, or name that tune, whatever we feel like doing, and they'll be willing to do, we'll take it there.
What movie introduced the phrase, "There's no crying in baseball"?
Oh, wait.
What letter comes after A? Go ahead. B is correct!
Is there a favorite skit that you do that just still cracks you up every time you do it?
We do a lot of audience participation murder mystery shows, comedic murder mystery shows. And there's two shows. We have a mob show. We're in New York. You have to have the mob shows. And we have a redneck wedding, which is just
Oh, that I have
it's
to
a
come
lot
see
of
that
fun.
one.
You're welcome
Yeah!
anytime. Anytime. In fact, I even
Well,
brought
growing
you a
up in
shirt.
St. Louis, Missouri, I have to say, you did?
Oh, of course I did. That you will wear
Hey!
everywhere you go. In fact, I have a whole bunch. I'm giving one out to everybody.
Everywhere I go. Okay.
That's right.
There you go.
Knockem Dead Comedy.
Oh,
we
that's
call it.
great.
Can I
Knockem Dead
pretend I'm
Comedy.
drinking something?
Excellent. Yeah, you can pretend like
Thanks,
you're drinking something.
I'm having fun on the set.
You know, we actually do put water in it when guests ask.
Just
we
not
do, but
this
if you
guest,
but if you don't ask ahead of time, wait, this one's full of water. You ready? One, two,
Nice.
three. All right, there you go.
Johnny, you have a good time tonight or what?
Had an awesome time.
All right. KDC, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, all right.
conversation with me in your head because I didn't.
No, I did. I told you.
hear any of this. This is all like completely new stuff. So, weirdo. I feel like you need to move over more because the thing's right in your face. $10 seconds.
This is Govs Radio. Govs Radio.
Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the Knockem Dead Comedy Radio Show, coming at you live from Governor's Comedy Club, the legendary Governor's Comedy Club in Levittown. Thanks for joining us this morning. GovsRadio.com is the website. You can see our show there live right now.
Okay, we'll just do that for right now.
The Comedy Radio Show also brought to you by Two Eagles Auto Body. For more than 25 years, Two Eagles Auto Body has been the leader in auto body repairs and customer satisfaction on Long Island. Two Eagles Auto Body handles every type of auto repair, from custom applications and restorations to repairs involving insurance claims. So call Two Eagles Auto Body and ask for John Rossi at 516-328-2527. The Knockem Dead Comedy Radio Show is brought to you by the Roslyn Social, North Shore's premier rooftop lounge, located in the heart of Roslyn Village at 1363 Old Northern Boulevard. Give them a call, 516-801-4963, and say hi to Nick. Fantastic food, great atmosphere, just a great time all around. The Knockem. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Knockem Dead Comedy Podcast, coming at you live on Gov's Comedy Club Podcast. That is the name of the Facebook page. That's the name of the YouTube channel, which is where we are right now on the YouTube channel. We're looking at your comments on YouTube. Thank you for joining us. If you'd like us to read your comments and talk to you guys, YouTube is the place to join us, like Jerry Lahane, who's talking about the monkeys. I don't know why. Mixed STP, I ghost wrote Vaseline. Jerry Lahane is claiming he ghost wrote the STP song Vaseline back in 1994. Good morning, Jeff Bosey. Good morning, Kirsten. Thank you guys for joining us. We are coming at you live from the legendary Governor's Comedy Club in Levittown, the place where you can see Wally Collins tonight. I think it's tonight. I think it's all weekend. The place where you can see John Ziegler on May 21st, where he's recording a comedy special. We're glad to see him back. I'm just checking some technology here. Okay. In the Giggle Room, you can see Rich Franzese.
More evidence how Irish you are.
Yeah, pretty much. The Brokerage in Belmore, Eric Newman and Louis Gomez this weekend. McGuire's in Bohemia, Louis Gomez tonight. Teddy Smith tomorrow. And, of course, don't forget, in the Giggle Room, coming up, Terry McNeely and Chris Cassandro, May 6th. Joe Pontillo, Brian McGinnis, and I think myself, May 21st. I'm not sure. I think they asked me. I don't even know. Dan LaRocco, Joe Cravella, and Courtney Otero on April 2nd. And, of course, don't forget, we're going to knock them dead April 1st. Get your reservations made now for a hilarious murder mystery evening with Knockem Dead Comedy, a mob-themed murder mystery like you've never seen before. It's going to be a lot of fun. Please join us. Go to govs.com and make your reservations today for all the great shows. Check out their full schedule and make your reservations. And, of course, check out this wonderful studio we have going on here with the graphics and the lights and the microphones and the cameras and the monitors and the stuff. If you'd like to start your own podcast or you want to just record something.
And you don't want to go to somebody's basement.
That's right.
And where the smells and
yes,
whatnot, parking.
And you can hang out in this great studio with all the technology and hitting buttons. What's going on here? Oh, there we go. As I'm trying to promote the studio. And a couch where you can sit and relax. And there's even microphones on that couch. See those headsets? They have microphones on them. All sorts of cool stuff. We'll hook you up right here in this great studio. Whether you need to do something with video or audio or both, we'll hook you up. We'll make it happen.
Do it.
So do it. So get in touch with us on our Facebook page. Gov's Comedy Club Podcast is the name of the Facebook page. So
check.
Yes, check that. Share. Please like and share our show. There's the graphic right above me. And all your social media pages. And tell everybody you know about all the great shows here at Gov's Comedy Club Podcast. And we hope you enjoyed Smokes, Jokes, and Insults this morning with Chris Monty and Mark David Hirschman and Kevin Downey Jr. and all their pals, telling jokes, sharing funny stories, playing poker, and having some drinks. Good stuff. Good stuff. Go to the Smokes, Jokes, and Insults YouTube channel. Watch the clips. Each clip is anywhere from 2 minutes to 10 minutes. But that's it. Nothing longer than 10 minutes. And it's fun. So go check that out. It's a good time. So we're excited today. We have the Lonely Ones. They'll be joining us on Zoom probably around noon, I believe.
Ooh.
Looking forward to that. This will be, it's actually, believe it or not, it's actually, I think it was yesterday. I think yesterday was actually a year to the day since they were last on.
Wow.
Wow. The Lonely Ones, a great band, very heavy, and probably...
They're real thin. Don't listen to him.
Oh, true. They are. Yeah, they're thin guys. Their music is probably not the demographic of our audience. But
you never know.
That's kind of what I was thinking. You never know. I personally am not a big fan of that type of music, but I listen to these guys. I'm like, oh, wait a minute. To me, there's something different about these guys. Very melodic. It's a heavy sound, but the songs themselves, and they even have posted some acoustic stuff, which to me is fantastic.
It reminded me, it was reminiscent of when I was in junior high in Queensryche.
Yes.
Like kind of a Queensryche in that vein, not exactly the same at all, but...
The same but different.
Yeah.
I didn't know what the noise was. So yeah, looking forward and great guys though, super great guys. Really looking forward to that. So yeah, we had a great time with them last year. It'll be looking forward to that again this year, and it's going to be a great time. I'm a little distracted because Jeff Bosey. Oh, okay. Thanks, Jeff. He sent me a text. I'll have to find out what that's about. I'm not saying that is this.
Oh wow.
I'm not telling you guys what he sent me. So thanks, Jeff. All right. So how are you, sir?
I'm all right. No, we had one of the cheese shows was last night.
And how was the cheese show?
It was fantastic. Really just have a great time. And again, it's the hang. It's all my comedy friends. Like it was Tim Thompson, Billy Geyer, Tim Saliani, of course, Carla Okerson, Bosey came down to support.
How did Bosey handle all that cheese? I know he has struggled with cheese in the past.
He's better now. Like, and I think he's dropped a few pounds.
He's dropped 7 pounds.
Yes.
And I know that because he told me.
Yes, likewise. So, boy, now I feel used. But yeah, Bosey was there. There was a new woman. I say woman, I would say girl, but she's in like her mid to late 30s. So, be improper.
Carla was there.
Carla was also there.
I don't know if I didn't hear you say her name. So in case you didn't say it,
Carla Okerson. She closed the show.
Nice.
She was great.
Yeah, she was great.
Just hilarious. I love and the venue is just great. The Long Island Glassworks. Oh, that was one of Billy's that his sister actually wrote, but he ended up using. He's like, because they had an empanada station.
Okay,
they were selling empanadas at this thing. I think probably cheese infused, and he's like, yeah, let's give it up for the empanada guys. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. But let's be honest, it's going to go from LI Glassworks to LI Gasworks. I love it. And that low hanging fruit, like for the crowd, for the people who are like part of the culture and whatnot.
The cheese culture.
Cheese culture, yes.
Now, you said you had a story about last night. Was that it?
Oh, no. And now I can't remember what story what we were talking about.
We were talking about they have you were talking about some of the people that were there, some of the audience. We were talking about there was the massage table.
Yeah, that was weird.
That's really all we were.
I wanted to.
You said Bosey was practically sitting on your lap at one point.
Yeah, and then he got up and acted like his butt hurt, and I'm like, "Stop! You love that."
Yeah.
No. If it comes back to me, we'll revisit it.
Okay.
It's not like I'm going anywhere right now. I'd be right in the middle of talking to these guys. Like, you know
right.
what?
You wait.
Hold on, guys.
Ones.
This is totally interesting what you're saying, but blah.
The Lonely Ones joining us around noon. Their new single is called "The Way Out." Go check it out.
Check it out. That's John Cougar Mellencamp.
John is John. Yeah. And then we don't even say go buy it anymore, do we? Like everybody just has Spotify and Apple Music, so it's like automatically there.
Yeah, I get it.
You know what? I'm going to ask them about that because these guys don't make any money, that way.
Right.
I still purchase music, and that's why, because I support the artist.
Okay, boomer.
You know what? And I'll show you their tour dates too. Which that's something I'm going to yell at them about. There are no New York dates.
Where are they going?
Michigan, West Virginia, Kentucky, Ohio, and that's it so far on this list.
Why did I ever leave Ohio?
That's right. Well, and I believe that's where the two guys from the band we spoke to last year. That's where two of them, the two guys were currently living. They were in Ohio, so that's probably
joy. Do you need these?
No, I need those for when we get the Zoom going.
Oh, okay.
But
well, then I'm just gonna leave that there.
I don't know this is not the normal line,
Okay.
so this might be nothing.
Yeah, cool.
Hello? Hello?
Bonjour. Yo paseo?
All right. Like I said, it was nothing. All right. So there you go. Hello, Felix. Hello, Beansy. What is it?
What's up, boy?
So, all right. So, what do I got here today? I got one thing I wanted to bring up. I read an article that says that stated that Finland was the first country to give women full political rights to both vote and run for office.
Okay.
So a year later, the 19 women that were elected to is it Finnish? No, it's not Finnish. It's Finnish.
Finnish.
It is Finnish?
Yeah.
The 19 women that were elected to the Finnish parliament were the first female parliamentarians in the world.
Oh, wow.
So now today, roughly half of that nation's legislative and ministerial positions are held by women.
Makes sense.
They have they recently celebrated International Women's Day, ranking second in last year's World Economic Forum Global Leader Gap Report. Gender Gap Report. What I said was a completely different thing.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
It was like Gap. They're talking about chicks and gaps.
I can't believe I did that. World Economic Forum Global Gender Gap Report, just behind fellow Nordic country Iceland. Meanwhile, the United States and Japan held the positions of number 30 and number 120.
Oh, geez.
And this is out of 156 countries.
Wow. Wow.
So, in Finland,
In Finland?
In Finland.
In
What?
Finland.
In Finland. Their school children learn to play and have joyful discovery, enjoy multiple outdoor daily recess periods, have highly respected teachers, and fairly funded public schools. Parental leave is generous, public hospitals are first-rate, and the full participation of women in political leadership and many professions is accepted as routine. A Finnish business exec recently told whoever wrote this, that an ethos of equality that is culturally embedded into the nation. She explained that this happens in a fundamental social services like healthcare and high-quality education, which are offered to all citizens as an essential, non-negotiable foundation for gender equity in a society. They do have some share of social issues. Alcoholism and sexual harassment is high. Domestic violence is kind of high.
Because it's a very cold place. That's what happens in places that are primarily winter.
Because they're indoors.
Yeah,
staring at each other?
I had an uncle who grew up in Sag Harbor, and he told us like it was worse back years ago with the domestic violence.
Yeah.
And the alcoholism was just absolutely rampant because they would out east, in the summer everybody's there and it's alive and whatever, but then in the winter, it just shuts down and what else are they going to do?
I remember some years back, this is like maybe 12 years ago, so I was looking into, I used to go up to Lake George a lot. And talk about a place that's alive during the warmer months. I mean, this place is just rocking, and the foot traffic is just unbelievable through the main part of town. Have you ever been up there?
I have.
So you're familiar.
I was a kid when I went.
Oh, okay. But in the main part of town, I mean, it's just the foot traffic is just crazy.
Right.
And the whole town is only maybe a mile, so you're constantly just walking up and down, and and it's mostly shops, and there's just so much. And maybe 2 miles, but anyway, so. I was thinking of buying, not buying, but renting some space up there and starting a theater.
Oh.
because if it rains in Lake George, you got nothing to do.
Yeah.
Nothing to do. So the one place in particular that I was looking at was the second floor of a restaurant. It was current at the time. It was empty, and I had a guy that was gonna build it all,
Right.
and we went through all the plans and stuff. And I had an interested buyer, or at least backer. It later fell apart, unfortunately. But the reason I'm bringing this up is because I went up, because I was in negotiations with the landlord. I was dealing with the town and getting the approvals and whatnot.
Right.
And I was really excited about it. And it looked for a while like this was going to happen. Very excited. But so when in dealing with the town for permits and stuff, that once or twice I had to go up there during the winter. I could not believe it was the complete opposite. You had all this foot traffic and it was alive and energetic and tons of people. During the winter, you drive down. I saw like 2 people in town, and you can just, like, you get out of the car and it was almost like you didn't know if you went deaf. It was like, there's no noise.
Right.
Like, it was unbelievable. That was.
Oh, that's it?
That was a long story to get to that.
Oh, wow.
Sorry about that. Yeah.
No, it's all good. I'm glad you got that off your chest.
Hello.
Hello, good afternoon. May I please speak with Mr. and Mrs. Bactis, please?
I'm sorry, what did you say?
I'm trying to speak with Mr. and Miss Bactis, Baktis.
We have to let him go.
That was right. I was ready to just wait this guy out as long as
I'm like, fuck you.
When you sat back like this, I was like, yeah!
Motherfucker.
What? Bactis? What?
Bactis.
Bactis.
Mr. and Mrs. Bactis.
Wasn't that the guy that played Mr. Howell? Wasn't that his name? Oh, Backus. Jim Backus.
Oh, gee, Lobby.
He was also the voice of Mr. Magoo.
Yes, he was. Remember Mr. Magoo. Roadhog!
Tons of useless information going on here.
Yes.
Let's see. Everybody's saying hi
the
to
most shocking thing about that everything you said.
Yeah.
Was that you read an article.
And I wasn't done. Oh, racism is still a problem there, too.
Yeah.
But it sounds like it's still a great place to live, and I just thought it was interesting that it's run by women because...
It's not run by women. It's run by everybody.
Well, okay. Yes. But women are...
Feature prominently.
Elected officials.
Right. And ministerial posts, yes.
And I think we need more of that.
Absolutely.
Jerry Lehane. Should we have Jerry Lehane call in?
I don't know.
Jerry Lehane, let me tell you about Jerry. Last Saturday, you mentioned Tim Thompson. Last Saturday on our Green Room show, Tim Thompson came in.
Love Tim.
Had a blast. Yeah, he really cracked me up. Al Lubell came in, and Nathan McIntosh came in. Nathan McIntosh he was headlining the main club and did not have a good set.
Oh, yeah, I saw yeah.
He came in here, and, he came right off the stage, boom. So he was, this was fresh, and he was letting off some steam. It was great. So anyway, Jerry Lehane was commenting. And Jerry Lehane claims that he was a ghostwriter on Howard Stern for years. To this day, they've never said his name. He claimed, as we saw in our comments earlier here today, he claimed to be a ghostwriter for Stone Temple Pilots. So we had him call in on Saturday's show, but we only talked to him for a few minutes because we were running out of time.
Mm.
But he claimed that that he was writing jokes for Stern, and he claimed that he worked with NASA, and claimed that there's life on Mars.
Great song.
Yes, good one. I didn't even think about that. And now he's saying Pootie. Pootie Land runs on vodka. Do you have any idea what that means? I don't.
They are one of the happiest country living next to Pootie. Oh, Putin. Pootie Land, which would be Russia.
Oh.
I know. It took my cryptographic ethos, worldview, call it what you will, maternal instinct, to figure that one out.
And then he says they went to Florida. I don't know what that means either.
Fla.
They went to Fla.
Oh, the Fla.
All right. Yeah, so he's an interesting guy.
Yeah.
This Jerry Lehane.
Regular, what was it? Doc Savage. Or the Man of Bronze. Is that Doc Savage?
Sure. I don't know what you're talking about.
It's like one of the first comic books, and it was this guy who he was a surgeon. He was like everything, blonde hair, in shape or whatever. They made a movie in like the mid-70s, early mid-70s, and it was fucking terrible.
Oh yeah, who played Doc Savage? Anybody we know?
Yeah, I want to see. Now I'm going to have to pull it up because that's going to kill me.
Oh, so now Jerry Lane says back tits. Maybe that's what the guy was saying. He's looking for some back tits.
Back tits.
That's the Bob Nelson routine.
Yes,
with
the
grandmother's
Bronze.
boobs, behind.
So this is the character, but let me get the movie. There we go. All right. Cast. Let's go ahead. Hello, where's the Wikipedia?
It doesn't even have a Wikipedia.
It
That's
does.
how bad
No, it
this
does.
movie is. Erin Gray.
Ron Ely.
Good old Ron Ely.
From Amarillo. Portrayed Tarzan in the 1966 to 68 NBC series. He hosted the Miss America pageant in 1980 and 1981. His filmography.
All right.
But anyway, I digress. Yeah, but Doc Savage, he's just like, let me see. Like that's the he's just like in ripped, great shape, like the sort of that adventurer model that was very popular, like in the early part of the 20th century.
Yep. Oh.
Hey now.
Good morning, Mr. Lehane.
Hi there.
How are you?
Good. Checking out the show.
Thank you very much. We appreciate that. So, yeah, I was just filling Andy in about our conversation on Saturday. So, where are you?
Yeah, I'm in Delaware, like near the University of Delaware. I've lived here all my life. I'm 64.
Isn't everything in Delaware near the University of Delaware? It's tiny, right?
Well, everything's not Wilmington. Wilmington is just this massive, the whole north of Delaware calls themselves Wilmington.
Right.
So then you have to get more specific.
Well, that's like I'm from Port Jeff Station, but if I meet people out, I just tell them I'm from Port Jeff. Mm-hmm. I feel you. But my family usually goes to Bethany Beach for a vacation every year.
Yeah, cool place.
Yes, very cool.
I'm not a beachgoer myself, but yeah, I've been there when I was a kid.
Nice.
All right, so let's start from the beginning, if you don't mind. So you've been in Delaware your whole life. So how did you make your way into things like Stern and writing songs and having access to knowing that there's people on Mars?
Yes, Stern is the most interesting probably for your fans. When I was a CB'er back in the 70s, I heard Jackie and Fred when they were on the road looking for a place. I was in my house. They were looking for a comedy place in Wilmington where they had a gig. So I was giving them directions, but at the same time, I had just read a blurb. This was in 1982. I had read a blurb about a guy named Howard Stern in Washington, D.C., from the Washington Post, which I never even got. I just, like one of my, I don't know, old customers or something threw out a paper, and I'm like, Washington Post, what's this? So I look through it. I see this, like, one paragraph blurb. They're calling this guy a shock jock, a Howard Stern guy.
A new term at that time.
A new term, exactly, and that stuck in my head. It really stuck in my head. So I later found out that the reason they called him a shock jock is because he made he made a threat to make a phone call to the airline. This was a terrible day in Washington, D.C. history. A plane had crashed on a bridge, killing many people. And Stern on that day, hours or minutes later, was threatening to call the airline and say, is this going to be a regular stop on the bridge for the airline? And so that he earned the term shock jock. So I didn't even tell Jackie and Fred that joke because I didn't know it at the time. But I told them that I asked Jackie, do you do blue comedy? I was I was not a comedian at the time, and I hardly went to any comedy shows. But I did know. Did you work Blue? And he kind of didn't answer. But then I go, hey, how about you, Fred? And he talked about carts, and I go, well, I play with cassette tapes, so he explained carts to me, and I go, oh yeah, like in the radio stations, on a loop, I get it. And he does sound effects, and I was into that. I'm all into that. So Jackie, I asked him, are you Jewish? Because he told me his name, and I'm like, Martling. And he didn't even know at the time that he was Jewish, and he goes, nah. And he found out 20 years, 30 years later that he's Jewish through,
Could have just told from the horns coming out of his head, but yeah.
But I'm figuring, come on, that's a natural. A comedian from Long Island? Because one of my first questions was, hey, are you guys from Long Island? Because you sound like Long Island, like New Yorkers. And of course they were.
Oh, so you had no idea who they were either?
No idea. I was on the CB radio.
Right.
I talked to truckers and kids around the neighborhood.
Oh, okay, because CBR, I thought you were a cock blocker. I'm like, how do you get paid for that?
Yeah. So I go,
many ways.
Hey, Jackie, if you're a joke guy, you could hook up with this guy Howard Stern, who's a shock jock in Washington D.C. And Fred, you could go on the radio and play your carts for him and do sound effects. And I go, but you know what? Wait a year, because he'll probably go to New York. He'll probably get picked up by a New York, radio station by that time. So, just wait a year. But they did. They went down to D.C., hooked up with Stern. Fred got hired almost immediately.
Right. Yeah, he was there first. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But Jackie, and I had to find this all out later because I didn't actually hear the Stern Show until 1987 when he was simulcast on WYSP Philly station because I never leave Delaware.
Right.
Good.
Yeah. I've been
trust me,
I've been
in
in New York maybe about 30 times, like CBGB's kind of clubs.
Right.
And some comedy clubs. And I saw Jackie in New York too. But no, I've only been in California once and Florida once. So yeah, I told him to hook up with this Howard Stern show, and it took Jackie, I think, a year or more of giving away free stuff so that he could get in. Meanwhile, when I met him, Jackie was hiring Fred to do his gigs. Like they were driving together and just all around the country doing comedy.
When you met Jackie, did he know who you were?
No, he didn't, because I just sent him tapes, and he had only heard my voice on a CB radio like ages ago. So there's no way he's going to remember me.
Oh, so you didn't keep in touch, but you were sending tapes, but you didn't have your name on them or something.
Oh yeah, I had that. They would play the tapes not on the air, but in the studio between commercials, say, and they would pass them around or pass them in headphones. So that the audience had no idea what they were talking about sometimes because they would be referencing my tapes on the air, and I knew this, because I could remember by certain things that they would say out of the blue. And I gave them ideas like Gilbert Dracula. That was a famous bit. I gave him ideas for STP because I told Howard, look, I'm a ghostwriter. I've done all these hit songs for Tom Petty, Traveling Wilburys, all this other stuff. And I go, but here I'm going to prove to you, I'm going to put up or shut up. Here is a hit song, one take.
Or stand up.
I want you to give this to STP in '94, and it was a hit.
All right, so I mean these are big claims that you're making here. So
Oh yeah.
So you're talking about proof. So do you have, like, I'm a big Petty fan and a Beatle freak. So of course you say Wilburys. In fact, I'm wearing a Beatle shirt. Do you have proof that you had
no proof?
What's
Zero.
that? No proof. Zero proof.
When I give them the tapes, I say, please copyright this in your name as soon as possible. It is a gift and a tribute, and that's an important legal term, gift and a tribute. I have made no copies. This is the best I could do to imitate your style, and good luck. Thanks.
And you're okay with that?
Oh, yeah, absolutely, because what I'm doing is I'm taking a slice of their immortality for free, and other people are clamoring to get their songs to the Beatles, the Tom Pettys, and they won't take them a lot of times because the ego. See, that's the thing. I'm going through the back door, and by not
I respect that.
Yeah, by not claiming any rights to the songs, they get full rights, full money. I get zero.
How did you get access to these people to begin with?
Well, that's a trick. I went through other musicians to do that, and actually, their self interest was served because basically there was a Philly musician that I wrote for out of college, and he became famous, like Philly type of top of the line famous, and it was called Tommy Conwell Young Rumblers. If you remember the Hooters, also.
Yes, love Hooters.
Okay, similar band, friends, and importantly to the story, the same management company, Steve Mountain. Okay, so I recorded a bunch of songs for Tommy, all free. I grew up with him in college, a poetry class I met him in, and I followed him around, and I was a big fan of his, and started writing for him in '85. So by '87, I had honed my craft to be what you would consider world class now, because those records have been out for 20 plus years, 30 years. So by going through the management company, all I said was, look, these songs are free to you guys, but here's some other songs for these bigger artists that I want to reach. Now, if you just get these to the right people, we're clear and we're done, and good luck. So they got Plant. Oh, here's the incentive too, is on the tape I would say to Robert Plant, now these songs are all yours and everything, but I have a request. When you come to Philadelphia, this is my friend's band, and they're the top of the line, and you don't have to believe me. That's not me saying it. They're the top band in Philly right now. And if you have them open for you at, say, the Spectrum or whatever, then thank you. Thank you very much.
And did he follow through?
Yes, he did.
Wow.
Yes, he did.
And so yeah, so that's, you just asked for favors like that. You didn't ask for money. You didn't even ask for autographs or pictures.
Nope, nothing. No, I didn't even meet him. Didn't even meet him. And maybe the best thing, I even told Petty on a tape in '94. It would be nice to meet Tom Petty, but you know what? I'd probably be so starstruck, and you'd be sweating, and I'd try to get some ideas. You'd be backstage, and you'd be like, I can't bother with this, and it wouldn't be the right. But now you can listen to my tape at your leisure, and I can get my ideas across, and we've met.
Now, can we ask what songs we're talking about?
Oh yeah, whole albums.
The whole album. Wait a minute. All right. So you said '94, and I'm geeking out a little bit. Tom Petty, one of his biggest albums came out in '94.
Okay.
Wildflowers.
Let me back you up.
Okay. Sure.
I said, if you listen closely, I wrote my first MTV hit in 1985. It came out later, but that was for Tommy Conwell and the Young Rumblers.
Right.
Okay. That was in January '85. By April of '87, 2 years later, I was world class in my abilities, not in my fame. I have no fame.
Right.
I have no money. I have no fame. But in my abilities to interpret these my favorite artists, my guitar gods, all that shit.
Sure.
So I can't even play guitar. I imitate guitar with my voice, and I imitate their voices with my voice. So
like how?
That's my.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. We want an example of that.
Mm-hmm. Okay, name a Tom Petty song.
Wildflowers.
Wildflowers. Yeah, sure. The song itself.
You belong among the wildflowers. You belong somewhere you feel free. Dun 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 dun, and that's what I would give him on tape.
Are you sure you didn't have a guitar?
Well, see, now that sounds like really amateurish to you, but to a guitarist,
Yeah, they get the point. Right.
Yeah. And you're talking to Mike Campbell, who can play anything I can sing.
Right.
And I challenged him on that, and I'm like, whoa, yeah, you can.
And you would do a whole song like that, or you would just give him like a
song.
chord? Whole song.
And my best claim to fame is that if you can listen to the guitar solo in Running Down a Dream and understand that came out of my face first, that's like some good guitar playing that he's doing, but that I was doing exact, on tape with my voice.
You're talking about the lead guitar that like fades the song out, or you're talking about the main?
I'm talking about a solo that takes over a minute. A minute.
Yeah, at the end of the song.
How did it go?
Yeah. That kind of.
Oh, right. Okay. I know what
you're basically imitating a guitar sound with your voice.
Right.
And is that one of yours too?
Yes, that's what I was telling you. Everything since '87, they didn't come out in '87.
Right.
They came out in '89, but '89, '94, '99, Full Moon Fever, dedicated to Keith Moon, the drummer from The Who, Into the Great Wide Open, Wildflowers, and Echo.
And you're saying all those albums, which all great albums, by the way.
Yeah. Oh, sure.
And the whole, every single one of those songs on those 4 albums are all yours.
Except, no. On Full Moon Fever, there is a cover of The Byrds.
Yeah, I feel a whole lot better, yeah.
Yeah, so if you know that there's covers on any of those.
Well, right, yes.
Right.
But they're,
all right. So all the originals from all those albums are all yours, not just one or two.
And the whole first Traveling Wilburys album. That was designed to give Roy Orbison his comeback.
Right.
And some other albums for Roy Orbison, because that was the whole idea for the Traveling Wilburys. Is I knew that he had heart problems and that he wasn't going to be around long. So in 1986, this was my whole pendulum swing to do that. Is in '86, I came back from California with my tail between my legs in, say, January, February, time of the shuttle crash.
Yeah.
Okay, so in the Parade magazine, Orbison had front page that said that he had heart problems. So I'm like, well, if I want to ever write for Roy Orbison, it better be soon, because he probably doesn't have long to live, and I was correct on that. He had about 3 more years.
Did you know what the last thing that the captain of the Challenger said before it exploded?
Oh, go ahead with the joke.
No, Bud Light. I'm sorry I interrupted you. Go on.
It's all right. I love jokes. Yeah, so some of the other stuff I wrote, Roger McGuinn, back from Rio, I wanted to put him in the Traveling Wilburys, but I couldn't, because I couldn't do 6 voices. I could do 5. And those guys won Grammys for that album.
Oh, yeah, that's a great album, yeah.
So,
let me hear your Roy Orbison impression, because that's a hard voice to impersonate.
Yeah, it is.
Every time I look into your loving eyes, I see a love that money just can't buy. One look from you, I drift away. I pray that you are here to stay. Anything you want, you got it. Do-do. Anything you need, you got it. Do-do. Anything at all, you got it, baby.
Do. Nice.
Wow. So all these great songs, why not put them out as your own? Somebody would have.
Oh, obviously.
Yeah.
You don't get it. I'm riding their coattails. They're immortal. I'm imitating them. So basically, I have an opportunity. I have a gift. I can copy them. I'm not a stage person. I'm not a performer. Put me on a stage. I could open mic. There you go.
And now it's a verb. Great. It was bad enough as a fucking noun.
So, what do you do for a living?
Oh, I do a variety. When I was writing the songs, I was a school bus driver. We have a school bus company.
Oh.
So as I was going down the highway, I would sometimes have a drum stick and beat the engine cover and do some songs. I could bring a tape recorder in, and
right on.
I had a tape recorder in my car. Like John Lennon had a story where he would be tape recording himself in the car. So you get more energy in the car. The wind in your face and all that.
Oh man,
like,
I love tape recording in a car.
That's great.
We're talking about masturbation, right?
Yeah. So and like I said, to you guys, that Good Times magazine, I used to deliver a monthly.
Yep.
And so that whole time, I'm like hours in the car for me to record and stuff. So
nice.
Wow. All right, this is all amazing to me. So
We'll
maybe
save more of his story for another time, maybe.
Well, right, that's what I'm thinking, because we do have the Lonely Ones coming on in a minute or so. So maybe next Friday we'll talk about Mars. Are you up for that?
Oh, absolutely.
All right.
Kick ass.
All right. Next Friday it is. Thanks for calling, Jerry.
Let me tell them how they can see the Mars people.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay,
sure.
Just Google my name, Jerry, Jerry, Lehane, Lehane, and the word Mars. Google Jerry Lehane Mars, and you can see the Mars people.
And we did last Saturday. We did show a couple of pictures that we found. We showed it on the camera.
Am I going to end up on a list if I put this in my phone?
NSA or whatever. Okay. All right.
I mean, I'm already on it.
He's already on Mars. Thanks, Jerry. We'll talk to you next week.
Okay.
Take care, man.
Bye-bye. Jerry Lehane.
Very interesting.
And our newest member of our family here.
Very cool.
That's amazing to me. He wrote all those albums. Wildflowers might be Tom Petty's best album.
Yeah. Yes.
Holy moly.
Interesting. Very, very interesting.
Who can say they had a Beatle record one of their songs? Jerry can say that.
True.
Wow. All right. Well, we are, speaking of great music, we're awaiting the Lonely Ones. Their new single, The Way Out, is available now. And they're touring in the Midwest in April. And hopefully there'll be more dates. And hopefully they're coming closer to our neck of the woods soon. Go check those guys out. They're fantastic.
Sorry, the name of the tour is September Morning.
Is that what that said?
I think so.
Oh, yeah. Or is that the name of another band? No, it's not, right?
No. This will be the name of the
tour. That's the tour. The September Morning Tour in April. We'll have to ask him about that.
I'm just trying to keep a straight face. Not always. I don't always have it. Getting old, Tony. Getting old.
Got to start morning September early, because I don't know if I'll still be here.
Yeah, I'm mourning the last 10 minutes of my life.
DJ D Love says, "My ears are hurting." Now, for DJ D Love to say that,
listen, pot. Kettle wasn't that bad.
Adam Snare is here. Adam is working his way back here in, when was it? Jeez, I don't remember. Was it May?
I'll believe it when I see it.
That's exactly what I said to him. But, yeah, he's claiming he's coming up to see Pearl Jam, which was a big deal to you.
Yeah, no. Pearl Jam.
All right, so DJ and Joe are having their own conversation, as usual.
Billy's trying to remind me that, he's saying the burn victim. I mean, I'll tell that one.
Okay.
So, one of the things that is hard about doing comedy at different venues is the door is in different places and where people can walk and blah, 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 blah.
Blah, blah, blah.
So, this place, that we were at last night, he's up against the wall, and this wall, and the door is, over here. And I was sitting right there, and there's people walk by, and some of the comics interact with them. People like me just try to ignore them. Just walk fast, just walk fast. But in walks, wearing beige-colored Crocs. That's what I saw first, because I was kind of looking down. I looked over when the door opened. Beige Crocs, and then homeless people pants, and then kind of a rain jacket. I forgot I don't know. It was that or something my grandmother would have worn, like a top. Had a mask on. and had like these They Live sunglasses on. And like as soon, I'm pretty sure it was a she. She came in and like took off the sunglasses for a second, and I realized that she was definitely like a burn victim.
Yeah.
Of course, like you can't make that funny in the moment. Like you're just not gonna. Like it would take a lot of setup to make that okay to say like you're gonna lose the crowd.
Right.
And it's while Billy's up, and she comes and she's wearing like pink dish gloves, too.
So so basically she's covering almost pretty much every inch of her body.
Right, and she took
like
the
she's at
mask
risk
off.
of infection.
At one point she was across the room and she took her mask off, and like you could see like total burn, fucking. It was intense. But poor Billy, like. Just like crosses right in front of him, and he's like, "Hey," like, I mean, there's like nothing. There's nothing you could say. And I think he even was like, "I want to hang out with that dude," or something like he wrong gendered.
Yeah. Well, is there such a thing as wrong gender?
If somebody identifies, yeah. But yeah, it was like he did his best he could. He was like, "Hey, mom," or whatever.
Hey, mom. And I'm actually surprised. I figured if something out of the ordinary like that happens, I would think the person you'd want on a stage is Billy.
Yeah, but you can't go through the calculus of it.
Oh, absolutely. Whoops. Oh, there we go. You're on the air.
Yeah, I would like to say this something real quick. Before I got the other channel, you know what I'm saying?
No, I don't know what you're saying, actually.
The guy was corny. He was whack. Jerry was boring.
Now, let me point out that this isn't a competition. Everybody can call in and sing if they want.
Mm-hmm.
Jerry was fine. Jerry was fine.
great.
And he sang some Roy Orbison for us.
This is the audience from. They don't like Jerry.
The audience does not like Jerry? Is it
No, they
is
do
it
not
Jerry
like
they don't
Jerry.
like?
This is the audience from KTU.
The audience from what?
The radio station from Knockem Dead.
Oh, Knockem Dead Radio. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought
And they don't like Jerry. They were booing on him.
They were booing him.
On him.
On him. Oh.
You have to pay
Yeah.
extra for that.
Yeah, that's a whole other. That's a different. Yeah, that's a whole different.
That's a horse of a different color. I never get to use that. Thank you.
Well, guess what?
What?
No, tell us.
I'd like to say a bull to him because he was whack.
We have no problem with Jerry singing, and anybody can sing. Andy sings on here sometimes.
That's
We
true.
have some musicians coming on, and hopefully
We have a regular
really
caller
soon.
that's pretty. DJ D Love. He calls in and does
raps.
a phenomenal job as
Yes,
well.
he does.
So, sir,
But Jerry don't have nothing on King Kong. That would be DJ D Love. You know what I'm saying? DJ D Love could get the high notes. You know what I'm saying?
the high notes. Yes, you hit some high notes yesterday when DJ D-Love called in.
I definitely feel high right now.
I told you this is not him.
Well, yeah,
Oh, did
right.
you then?
Sorry. Yes, when DJ D-Love calls in, he hits those high notes. Absolutely.
Totes.
Well,
Yep.
guess what?
What?
No, tell us.
I'll always get you again, Tony.
Oh my goodness! All right, sing for me right now. Go.
And go.
Okay, I got you right now. Listen, this one. All you suckers out here, ready? This is for you, Jerry, if you're watching. Oh, suddenly you're in love. Oh, Jerry, you don't got nothing on DJ D-Love because you are garbage.
Garbage. Garbage is a good band.
You are
so beautiful
light.
to me.
Oh,
There's a high
suddenly
note.
Can't you
you're
see?
in love. Oh, yeah.
We're the lonely ones.
Jerry. Oh, Jerry.
I wish I was alone right now.
Maybe I won't get to you. But, Jerry, you can't got me now. Because I'm DJ D-Love. In the high note.
And doing it Bob Dylan.
Yeah.
sound
Oh,
like
Jerry. Oh, Jerry. Oh, Jerry. Oh, Jerry.
Jerry.
Woo.
Jerry, baby.
Jerry. Oh, Jerry.
Baby. Jerry, baby.
DJ Love. Hey, Jerry, I challenge you. I could challenge you for Knockem Dead Comedy Show Radio on next Friday. Call in, sucker. I'm going to challenge you so you can win. Jerry, calling you out, Jerry. I'm calling you out, Jerry.
Right.
There you go.
Jerry, see, this is not how we initiate our new people to our show. We're not going to call him out. We're not going to yell at him, tell him he's garbage. He wasn't trying to sing good. He was just giving us examples of what he's done.
We asked him to do that. It's not like he did it unsolicited.
But I'll be calling him out anyway.
My goodness. You're starting off the weekend very negatively, DJ D.
I'm getting a lot of... I have a show tomorrow night.
You want to see how I start the weekend right? You want to see how I start the week? You want to see how DJ start the weekend right now?
Yes.
I don't like
on the correct note.
Okay.
Oh, I'll be seeing you guys next week. I'll be coming.
All over Andy.
Home to you. I'll be watching you every single day. Every single day. Oh, I'm coming to see you, Tony. And I'm going to say you did it. Because I'm watching you. Next Friday, I will be on Knockem Dead. Oh, you buddy breaking people out there. Like I said, I'll be on Knockem Dead.
All right, DJ. We're getting ready for our guests. They're due any second. So thanks for the call and thanks for the singing. And we hope you didn't scare Jerry. And have a great weekend. Okay.
Oh, one more thing, Tony, before I leave. I will see you next Friday with my 3 guests.
Right.
My 3 guests from my house.
Oh, yes.
So once you come over, don't be shy, don't be scared.
He's coming to the murder
Once
mystery.
you come over and say hello to Mr. Master DJ Love. I hope you have to listen to me, guys. I'll love the show next Friday.
All right.
I'll be taking autographs and taking pictures on my Instagram. And you guys are welcome to take pictures.
He loves taking it.
I love to take pictures. You know what I'm saying? That's what I do. That's what I like to do. DJ Love says, I will see you next Friday, people.
Yeah. Suckers. There you go. Wow. DJ D Love has got a lot of sugar.
Oh, man. Who pissed in DJ D Love's Wheaties this morning? I was going to say whiskey, because that's what I had for breakfast.
So as we await the arrival of the Lonely Ones, Wally Collins is playing Governors tonight. Louis Gomez is at McGuire's tonight. You can get in for free. When you make your reservations, you type in the code free laughs 25, no space. It's all one word, free laughs, and it's all capitalized. Free laughs 25. Laughs is spelled LAFFS. Free laughs 25 will get you in for free at McGuire's in Bohemia and Levittown Governors. Hello.
Don't look at my daddy apple tree, 'cause anyone else but me.
It's a musical today.
Nice.
That sounded like Joey Cola, didn't it?
I don't know. I don't know Joey well enough. You fucking name dropper.
Oh, and whoever that was hung up.
They hung up.
All right. What in the world is going on here today?
I don't know, but I love it. I love it.
Jerry Lane says he loves being trashed by a cat in misery. Was that Jerry who just did that?
I doubt it.
It said private number. I was actually afraid it was DJ calling again. So type in free laughs 25 and you can get into
some shit.
Yeah. I'm just reading the email that they sent, and it says free laughs 25, and then at the bottom, listen.
Hey!
Please listen to the Govs podcast. Thank you, governors. Thank you very much.
Gracias.
All right. So we're waiting the lonely boys, who are also the late boys today.
The lonely late ones.
Jerry Lehane, I made his day like a barking dog. All right, now DJ's asking Joe how he liked that. All right. Let's see. I'm just checking my emails just in case these guys were having problems or something. But I have not.
They are rock and rollers. So, and this is, if they're in a different time zone right now, it's too early.
So what? Should we sit here in silence until they come back?
I would love to do that.
DJ's asking if he can come on April 8th. Come on what? This show? No.
Who's April 8th?
I should have said April 8th.
And is she okay with this? If she's okay with it, go ahead. Come on her.
Beansy, don't look under the apple tree, but anyone but me.
Maybe it was Beansy.
Oh, is that what it was?
Maybe.
Beansy had to get in his 2 seconds of singing, too.
If DJ's calling, I'm calling, too.
I can change my voice also. Oh, so it was Beansy. Huh? So, all right, luckily for you, all right, I'm telling you right now, as these calls are coming in, when the Lonely Boys, as soon as I see their name on the Zoom.
The Lonely Ones.
The Lonely Ones. Oh, shit, I said Lonely Boys. Son of a bitch. When I see the Lonely Ones, when I see them on the Zoom, I'm just cutting you guys off. I'm telling you that right now.
Sorry, not sorry.
Go ahead, sing for me.
Suddenly, you're in love. Suddenly, you're in love.
It's DJ again, right? Yeah. Okay.
I don't care where we go. I don't care
what we do.
Just take me with you.
Oh, I was right. He sang the wrong words.
Nice.
Yeah. Don't butcher Prince like that.
Yeah, don't do like a Prince like that. You know what I'm saying?
I hung up on him.
Nice.
We're awaiting the arrival of the Lonely Ones. Please, Lonely Ones, get here.
For fuck's sake.
Oh, my goodness.
I'm so happy I drove all the way to Levittown for this. With gas prices being what they are.
Yep.
Oh, my favorite was actually when they'd be like, fa, ain't, faint. Like
right,
the two faces.
Yes.
That was my favorite when I was a kid. Because I always thought it was like a chalice. Right? 'Cause their faces.
Right, yeah.
And it made like what looked like a cup. The empty space. But anyway.
I like to see bloopers from that stuff. Like, you know how off color those bloopers must be?
Ugh.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yep.
Yeah.
We used to have, my brother and I we had some, back when we were kids, some VHS tape.
Yeah.
And it was, I can't remember the name of the show, but it was some kids show. It was a tape of bloopers.
Right.
And these were the most vile bloopers. Like there was a clip of Johnny Carson saying the C word. But there was some kids show, and the characters were in their costumes. And this one, I can see the character, but I don't know what show it was. And she has like this little skirt, and she has like this little girly voice. But she was like this.
Pink?
No, she was like she almost looked like Grimace, but she was yellow, and she had this little blue skirt.
So it was like HR Puffin stuff type?
It might, yeah, that type of stuff, yeah.
Right.
And she lifts her skirt up and says, "Why don't you suck my dick?" And the other guy that's in another costume like that comes running over and stuffs his face right there, and you hear the crew cracking up and stuff. And Ruth Buzzy, who's on our opening credits here, there's a clip of her from Laughing where she's just yelling "fuck" like all over the place.
I just love how you needed to go and mouse over the.
I was thinking of playing it while we talked about it. That's where then I changed my mind.
Okay. There it
Ruth,
is. Okay.
Buzzy,
now I can.
Turkey Boys, Mookie Wilson. But yeah, I was going to play it. That's why I was.
Right.
I wonder. You think these guys think it's next Friday or something?
Maybe.
What the hell? Let me.
Could be.
All right, I'm going to double check my emails. Can you imagine? If I fuck this up, I will kill myself in front of you guys.
Sweet. Anything less than that is unacceptable.
Let me see.
And not figuratively.
But I don't think I did. I don't think I screwed this up because the woman who set this up, she even contacted me the other day. She goes, "You got a Zoom for Friday?"
One of the things from last night, I'll just tell a story.
Yes,
while
please.
You're doing that. So Billy went over and got some Twizzlers because they have like all these snacks there, and he got like a package of Twizzlers, and he opened it up one end, and he just took a bite out of like all of them at that end. He's like,
So this is while he's on stage?
No.
Oh.
This is like afterwards. We're hanging out, and he's like, ends up being able to swallow it, and he goes, "Yeah, I've kind of don't even want these anymore. I'm gonna just leave them on the table." And I just started dying laughing because I'm like, "Well, now nobody can have them."
Yeah, right. Yeah.
You've been to fucking, unless they have a scissor or something to cut off. But even then, that's not how bacteria works. So,
No, that I have the date right. Friday the 25th.
Maybe they're.
And then she asked me, "Do you have a link? Yeah. Do you have the Zoom link for the interview with the Lonely Ones for Friday?" That she just sent to me 2 days ago, and then I sent the link over.
Perhaps we have offended them in some way.
They heard me call them the Lonely Boys.
Yeah.
Fuck him.
And the Lost Ones.
Lost Lonely Boys.
The Lost Lonely Boys one.
So they thought I said the Lost Boys, like that movie. Right?
Yes,
Wasn't
that's why I thought that. Yeah,
Kiefer
absolutely.
Sutherland.
Yep.
Right?
How's the rice, Michael? They're maggots. It's one of my favorite parts of that movie. Though I totally identified with Corey Feldman's character more than because
he's in all seriousness, he's one of those people that I thought if he didn't kind of get weird, he would have had a good, promising acting career.
Yeah, no, I agree. Like he was a solid actor.
Yeah, I thought he was.
I don't know if it's drugs or the fame that got to him,
or a mixture of both.
Right. But you know what? That like there's the bubbling conspiracy theory about there being a pedophilia ring that's like associated with Hollywood. I've watched a couple of videos on YouTube, and now I'm not subscribing to this
because
it's a conspiracy theory, and those should all be taken as weak people. Can the Mars dude write a song for Lonely Boys? That would be pretty cool.
Oh, I should. Yeah, I mean, he apparently is a hit writer.
Yeah. Bring in the closer.
And who's Rocket again? I forgot.
I don't remember.
I forgot the Rocket. I almost rhymed. Forgot the Rocket. Charles Goonan, be honest. Have you ever gotten Twizzlers or high-end red vines or Good and Plenty's or Skittles or Sugar Daddy's stuck in your mustache? And if so, how did you get them out?
Just a lot of licking, Charles.
A lot of licking.
Just licked it and licked it.
Oh.
And licked it.
Jerry Lahane says no, he will not write a song for the Lonely Ones.
Just for his heroes.
Just for his heroes.
I feel you.
All right.
That's standards, see?
So write a song for Andy.
Did you ever know that I'm Jerry's hero? He probably has no clue who I am.
That was, I think it was the very first time I ever saw Dr. Dirty. You don't know Dr. Dirty?
It's not, I mean, maybe, but like lost to
John Valby is his real name. That doesn't help. He goes around with the hat and the white suit and the tie, and he plays just all these parodies on the piano, the famous songs, but they're all super dirty.
No.
Oh, he was huge in the comedy scene in the 70s and 80s, early 90s too. Played here all the time.
I think I've heard people talk about him.
Oh, yes. I used to love him. That was one of his parodies. He would sing because he would take any song and make it completely dirty. And one was, do you know your mother's crotch smells like a tuna hero? Stuff like that. And,
right.
Oh my God, he was great.
Well, did I ever tell you about the parody songs my brother and I used to write?
You did not.
And it was just like we didn't like really even record them. We would just like get each other, like it was just like trying to get the other one to laugh.
Yeah, my buddies and I used to do that too.
And but we we really sat down and like got serious about it.
Really?
We were like let's write this. And we had like 4 or 5 of songs. And you know, there was no karaoke at the time because this is like, I think my brother was in 9th or 10th grade. So I was 7, 8. So we're talking 87, 88, like around that time period. And one of them was a parody of Welcome to the Jungle.
Okay.
That was named Welcome to the Bagel Shop. And he brought it to school with him, and he was showing his friends, like, because we thought they were brilliant.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
but like all I remember from Welcome to the, he primarily wrote that one, by the way. The line I remember is the opening, which is, "Welcome to the bagel shop. We got lox and cream cheese. We got everything you want." Yeah. And, I mean, brilliant for a 7th, 8th grader. But
right, yeah.
He brought, and one of his Jewish friends actually got offended, I guess.
Oh, really?
He dimed him, and he was suspended for 3 days.
Really?
Yeah, and he did me a solid. He did not tell them that I co-wrote these songs.
Why they put the lamp to his face? Who wrote this song with you?
It's not even like we were disparaging Jews. We were celebrating bagel shops.
Right.
And no other song made mention of, and it was all like kind of stock, you know, like farting and shitting and stuff like that.
Right.
Like,
wow, that's weird. Jerry Lahane says the last hit that he wrote was that song Runaway Train by Soul Asylum.
Yeah.
And Misery. I don't know that. Is that a Soul Asylum song?
Yes.
I'm not sure.
Put me out of my misery.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Now, wait a minute. I'm sorry, Jerry Lahane, but I'm telling you right now, the Lonely Ones are better than Soul Asylum. I was not a big Soul Asylum guy.
Really? I kind of went here and there with Soul Asylum, and it'll make sense in a second. So Winona Ryder, I've said this, was like who I identified with as like having a crush on. Like the women that she played in movies
right.
were like the type of women that I was into.
Okay.
And her look and everything. And
especially in Beetlejuice.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Well, I'm like a year younger than her or something like that. She dated what's his name? David
Schwimmer.
Perner.
Oh, the lead singer.
Yeah.
Yeah, David Pierner, yeah.
Yeah. And so I started hating him. For that reason, I think we can all understand that. I was a teenager. There were hormones involved.
Absolutely.
And yeah. So but then like I love Misery. There's a great line in Misery, which is you and I could make a company, make misery. Like that's fucking phenomenal. So good job, Jerry.
Thank you, Jerry, for that song. And all right, so next week when we talk to Jerry, I want to know why that song's got to be 30 years now, right? Or almost?
Yeah, easy.
Yeah. So I want to know why why he's no longer having hits.
But start writing these questions down, Tony. For
well,
fuck's sake.
I do write my questions down. I got a whole page of questions for the Lonely Ones, and they're not showing up.
When I watch this back as I'm beating off,
yeah,
I'll pause and write the questions down.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Get stood up. That's all right.
I know. That's messed up, man.
They must be in a different time zone. We're like, okay, 12 o'clock. And we'll be gone.
All right, let me check that now, too. I'm almost positive I said 12 noon Eastern time.
Yeah, Eastern Daylight Time. Daylight Savings Time.
Right.
Again, we just need one time, and never shift it around.
Jerry's asking Charles to interview him. Jerry, be careful what you wish for.
I think that would actually be a fantastic fucking interview. Charles is good. Charles has got his shit together. Charles.
Now I can't find. I just had the email a minute ago when I was reading it to you guys, and now I can't find it. Oh, got it. All right, let's see.
Makes me question everything. Am I even here right now?
Let's see.
Shouldn't have taken all that PCP.
Yep. 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That would be right now.
It's going to be like midnight. They're like, we can't get on.
No, I have a feeling you're right. I bet you at 1 o'clock they're gonna try. That's my guess. All right, so we'll wait. We'll go get a bite to eat. You guys just
as soon as it rings, we leave. So we're having a Peloton bike delivered today.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so I have to get home for that.
You're very excited, I can tell.
Yeah, well, the thing is my wife obsesses over things, like me. But it like I've told you a million times where it's like I hate wasted thought.
Yes, we've talked about that a lot.
And wasted time and whatnot. And so she'll say something like, I don't know, were you not going to use it like in like a year from now? Were you going to be using it? I'm like, I don't know. There's no way to really know until we actually do it and whatnot. And then like 2 days later, she'll ask the same fucking question. And like she really wants me to answer. And I'm like, I already fucking told you. Like, I don't know what you and I get like that ends up feeding my anxiety because I start being like, am I not communicating properly?
Mm-hmm.
What am I not saying right that she's not getting this? Like the whole family, they're like, go over for when I first met her parents or whatever. And her mom's like, hey Andy, what would you like to drink? I'm like, oh, what do you got? And they go, well, we've got water, tea, coffee. And I'm like, you know what? A water's great. And she goes, the mom opens the door and goes, oh, we also have Diet Pepsi and orange juice. And I'm like, no, just the water's fine. But she keeps listing the shit. And I'm like, could I just get the fucking water? That's it. And I might have one of those other things, but I now have my mind set on water. So just, that's the answer I gave. Like, just, I'll live with it. I'll be okay if I drink one glass of water when I could have had orange
now you're
juice.
telling me about the Coke.
Oh, what kind of bullshit is this?
Your parents suck.
I'm so fucking done. Yeah.
Misery was in Clerks 2, says Jerry.
Yes.
Clerks 2 kind of blew. The first one is genius. The second one was like,
Yeah, what was the song, the Soul Asylum song from the first Clerks? I may never get what I want, but I'm happy to just start trying. Made it through another day. That was such a great fucking song.
It's a great movie.
And that was also before he started dating
Winona
Ryder. And I had to start hating him.
Before he ruined your life.
Mm-hmm.
Bands are always on time, he says. Yeah, last year they were on time. Well, they have changed some band members out. So see that? They get rid of the one guy and it all goes to crap.
That's what it is. They got rid of the timekeeper.
That's it.
We should have hired another timekeeper. You can't just replace him. A bassist isn't just a bassist. He also tells us when we got to be places.
All right. Well, what do you got this weekend? Anything?
Yeah, tomorrow night I'm at, oh, God. Yeah, I forgot. A Round 2 pub, which is just down the road from McGuire's. So if you get lost or they sell out. Yeah, it's Lee West's birthday. Now, what is interesting about that is last year Lee West's birthday was held at the Loft.
Okay.
In Belmore.
Belmore, yeah.
And most known for Lee West getting hammered.
Oh, where he fell?
Yes.
Oh, that was at the Loft?
Yes. And that was a year ago. That was where me and Billy's mom are sitting at a table, and the tables are such, they're just like these little round tables that it's like, it looks like you're on a date.
Yes.
And so it's hilarious because Billy's the one who came up and was like, wow, looks like you guys are on a date. And I go, well, Billy, there's something we really need to talk to you about.
That video of now Lee,
Yeah.
I don't know Lee. I've never met him. I don't know anything about him, but that video of him falling is pretty funny. Sorry.
He's salt of the earth. It was like Snare was really pissed because he was heckling everybody. too.
Oh, right.
And it put him off a little bit. And that is like a shitty kind of thing to deal with. But
Yeah.
Billy is hosting. Butera is closing. I'm just somewhere in the mix. And Lee is featuring, which hopefully he won't be hammered drunk.
Right.
But
well, be sure to have those videos ready in case maybe he'll try to top what he did last year.
Oh my God, I can't.
Hi, Tony. John from Florida here. When are you having Mike back on? Love to see him. Hi, John. Thanks for tuning in. I'll talk to Mike. I'll get him in next couple of weeks.
Nice.
Sure. Nothing set right now, though. Sorry. But we do have Fat Jay's coming in. I think he's coming in twice next week because Cravella and Larocco and Austin Brooks and all those guys, I don't even remember how it started, but somehow it led to them roasting Fat Jay here on the show.
Okay.
Now I couldn't get all of them to come in on the same day. So I said, fine. I said, Wednesday and Friday, Jay, come in, and the rest of you guys pick one of those days, pick both days, I don't care. So I'm not even sure who's coming in which day. Although, did I say Wednesday and Friday?
I have no clue.
I think it's Tuesday and Friday because, of course, Wednesday we're not here. So we'll see. I'll double check with those guys over the weekend, and then Adam Snare, effing horror show birthday.
Mm-hmm.
You're welcome, John. Yes, Adam.
He's gonna catch up in a second.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. That's right. Yeah. So I'm all out of sorts with these guys being not showing up.
Out of sorts. I don't know what I should do. I'm sitting here like a fool because I thought there'd be an interview. I'm all out of sorts.
I'm all out of material for the show.
What else can I do?
Should I ask you the questions and you answer them as the only ones?
Absolutely, I will.
I was joking because we're going to leave. But they mentioned Clerks 2, Jay, I want to F a Martian.
Okay.
And then Adam Snare says, I'm lucky. Oh, that I don't know. Oh, my goodness. End with a song, Stas Jazz.
I don't even know any good songs.
Bring Mike with Fat Jay. Love to see him break Mike's balls. That was pretty funny how Jay was breaking Mike's balls. Yeah, Mike actually contacted me a couple days later.
Oh, yeah?
And he goes, it was brought to my attention that I look like a dick to the comedians. I said, the comedians handled it just fine, Mike.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll bring them all back, and they can pick on Mike again. If the Mike will leave here with a complex. All right, so to heckle on a show that you're on makes you kind of a dick. Maybe it's just me.
It is. No, it totally is. But you also have to appreciate that it didn't happen to me, so it was fucking hilarious.
I had showed pics to Kevin Smith, so I requested he use Misery on his Smodcast.
I love the Smodcast.
Jerry, can you hook us up with Kevin Smith?
Yeah, I love Kevin Smith.
We will. Andy and I will give you $1 each if you can hook us up with Kevin Smith.
A whole American dollar.
That's right. Oh, that would be awesome if we can get Kevin Smith.
Or how about 5 million Turkish lira?
All right, so go see Andy tonight.
Tomorrow night.
Sorry, go see Andy tomorrow night. Go check out some great shows at Governor's. Don't forget April 1st. And Tuesday, April 5th, come see me at the Lark in Northport.
Do it.
Tim Saliani's on that bill.
Oh.
Tom Glotti's hosting. Tugboat Manny. Brendan
Lackaruba.
Bridget.
Love Brendan.
Oh, yeah, he's great. Bridget Kavanaugh will be there.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, so
Bridget's fantastic.
Going to be a fun show.
Oh, wow, you were the weak link?
Yes, absolutely. I completely am.
Tony, you're opening.
When Tom asked me to do it, I said yes. And then he posted who was going to be there. I was like, oh, no. I mean, that's a great show.
Yeah,
but
no.
Yeah, I totally looked at it. I was like, and yeah, now I'm like, I'm a little nervous. I'm like, I'm going on a show with these guys?
Don't.
But you know what? I hosted for Joey Cola.
Exactly. You've got better creds than any one of them.
Well, no, Tugboat Manny, he's played West Main Music Fair.
Oh, that's true. And the Borgata. He was there for a week.
Right, yeah.
That's such a cool.
All right, we're out. So there is no Governor's Green Room show this weekend. Sorry, Don is
doing Don things
at the lacrosse game. If you feel like going to see a good lacrosse game, go check out the New York Riptide tomorrow at Nassau Coliseum. You can see Don. Sallie and I might be going. Probably not, actually, because we go because my daughter likes it.
Right.
And, of course, we enjoy seeing Don. But my daughter has an ear infection, and she's been in a lot of pain. So we probably won't go.
Worst.
Jerry Lahane called you Gene Shalit. How do you like that?
That's fine. We were going over like all the different ways that I've been brought up, like the way they people have made fun of me, and there's all sorts of. There's one of my favorites, Zach Zorovich, told me I looked like John Stamos fucked a slug. He told me when I had like my big beard and like long hair, he told me I looked like I wrangled seagulls for a living.
Oh.
And then we got into Billy's, which were Billy always likes, he's so close to having it, but like he thinks I look like those novelty.
Oh, the sunglasses?
Disguises the glass with
right.
the nose and the mustache.
Yeah.
And it's supposed to be Groucho Marx, right? Like
Yes.
that's the, and I'm always like, Groucho, just remember it's Groucho.
Not-
But then he also, my favorite, which I think I should lean into this somehow. They call me the hipster Ned Flanders.
Oh yeah, I've heard that. I don't know if you.
I
told me
was
or-
Oakley Dokeling before.
Yes, that is a cool one. I like that one too.
I don't know where to go with it, but I do love it.
Everybody have a great weekend. Sally and I will see you Monday morning at 11 a.m. Have a great weekend. Hope you enjoyed The Lonely Ones.
I'll always be watching you.
We are out of here. We will see you guys Monday. Have a great weekend.